Hi there, and thanks so much for joining me today on my channel. So today I want to talk about how to build a website. I just want to make it really clear that this video isn't for people that already know a little bit about web design. So this video is for people that don't know where to start when it comes to making a website. The free version is perfect if you've never had a website or you're starting brand new and you're not really sure if you want to commit to it, but you just want to have a go. And if you do want to upgrade it afterwards, that's something you can completely choose to do, that's fine. I want to say a massive thank you to Wix, who is sponsoring this video, because it helps me do what I really love but also give you genuine information. I want you to know what's fully involved in the free website before you put in all the hard work to make it. So basically, with the free website, you do actually get a banner at the top and a banner at the bottom that says something like, this website is hosted by Wix, or something along those lines. Your web address will look something like this. I'm going to go ahead and make a website now, and I'm going to let you watch everything I do and how I do it. So let's make a website. So you want to head to the Wix website and press start now. You may already have an account with them, but if you don't, you just want to make a new login. Once you've done that, it will say welcome to Wix and it will say create your website. The next bit is kind of an introduction into your website and what you want it to be. It could be a business, it could be an online store that you want to sell things. You know, there's so many different options here. It's really down to what you want your website to be. It could be a blog or a portfolio for your artwork, so click on whichever one that you feel. I'm going to go with online store because in the future I'm going to sell my work on this website. Now you get an option whether you want to use the Wix artificial design intelligence that makes your website for you, or you want to use a Wix editor yourself. So if you're not into sort of web design, I would definitely click the first one. Now it asks what kind of online store you want to create. It may be slightly different if you clicked portfolio, etc. It's going to ask some simple questions that you just need to think what you personally need. It's no good copying me if you want your website to be something different. So I'm just going to say to get subscribers and create a blog, as that's what most artists would like to do. Anything that you don't want to disclose, you can just skip. So I already have a logo, so I popped that in, but don't worry if you don't have one, because later on I actually remove that anyway. I just want to quickly mention as well, with the premium plans, you do also get your own email address, so instead of using Yahoo or Hotmail, etc., you actually get your own domain name email. I'm just pasting in the links to my social media and then it would automatically pull that up for you. So that's step one finished. Now we're going to head on and design our website. Here you can choose the look and feel of your website. So I'm going to go for classic because obviously I've got artwork to show and I don't want it to clash. So here we've got sort of bare bones of our website. So we're going to go add section to page, and here you can see all the different kind of sections that you can have on your home page. So I'm just going to go and click through all the different sections that I want. Again, this is going to be different for everybody depending on your needs, but I'm just going to add in the ones that I think that most people would probably want. So now if you click the purple arrow in the corner, it will give you all the tutorials and completely guide you through how to make your own website. First of all, it tells you to preview it. So this is going to show us what it's going to look like once it's live. It's not yet published, so only, well, I can see it, but obviously you could see it right now. But it's not live on the internet at this point, so don't worry about how it looks yet. So I want to show you some of the things that maybe aren't so obvious, a bit more tricky, and just some things that I think are just really fantastic. So I'm happy with the design because it looks quite modern, but I'm going to change the colours. So you go on Site Design at the top and click on Customize. Here you can change your colour palette. So I think what's really important here is the fact that it's really easy to get carried away with pretty colours and making it nice and bright, but you've got to remember that if you're doing this for artwork, you can't let your artwork clash. So I've just gone ahead and gone for grey and neutral tones. So now we're heading on to step 3, which is content. So to edit a section, if you hover over it until it's greyed out at the sides, and then you want to click the little pencil, which is edit. So this is where you can add a title and change the image. So this section can just be an image, or it can be a welcome message, or it can be a link to a blog post or a link to a page. It really can be whatever you want it to be, but bear in mind it's right at the top of your website, so you want it to be the most important thing that you want to show people right now. I'm going to make it as a link to a blog post about my new series, which is called The Sea and the Rhythm. To add an image, you want to hover over the image and press replace. And then you want to scroll along the top where it says My Images. So to upload more, you want to click on the orange button saying Upload Images, and then just pop in all the different images that you think you'll use. You don't want your files to be much bigger than 1 megabyte each. Once you've found one that you're happy with, you can also edit it, so click the cog, which is Settings. So this just gives you a few different settings like image position, you can add a title, a description, and you can also link the image to maybe a blog post or even a product if you're using the premium version. Normally with web design it can be quite difficult to just, add a button here, add a button there, but Wix makes it really easy because all you have to do is just tick that little box and a button will come up and you can change the button text and what you want it to link to. I'm going to go ahead and link it to home because I haven't yet created a blog post or a page to link it to. Once you've added that page, you can then change the destination for that. And when you've finished editing a section, just click that little X in the corner. So now we're going to add a new page. This could be an About Me page, it could be products, it could be a portfolio page. So now I'm just going to quickly show you a little bit of the premium version because I think it is so worth it for the money that it is a month. So here it's given me a couple of different layout options. I'm going to choose the bigger thumbnail version. If you're not bothered about ever selling anything on your website, you can skip the video to 9:15. To add in products, click on Manage. So this is a sort of dashboard where you can control everything to do with your store, so your product catalogue, your orders, your payments, things like that. So if you click on a product, by example, and you can add in some images. So I would recommend adding at least 2 different images, maybe one of a close-up, maybe one of an in situ image. Then if you scroll down, you can add all your product info, so you can add the title of the painting, you can add the price, and then you can also have these additional info sections, which I think are absolutely brilliant, and you are so in control of it and it's so easy to update. So once you've added all the information, just go ahead and click Save. And then once you've finished, just click that X in the corner. Now it should automatically upload it. If you click Preview in the top right hand corner, you can see how it'll look when your website goes live. I just want to make it very clear that you only get this add-on and can accept payments through your website if you do upgrade to the premium package. So I do think it's worth it if you do want to sell your work on your website because it does make it so easy to do. And to come out of preview mode, just click that little blue X on the right hand side. So you can also change the header, which is the bit right at the top of the page. So if you hover over it and click the pencil again, you can change the information, but you can also press on layouts, which will give you loads of different options into the layout of your header. I found myself using preview quite a lot every time I made a change, just to see if I definitely liked it when it was full screen. So you can also hide pages that maybe you're still working on or you change your mind and you don't want to be seen. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the shop now because I know that some of you don't want to upgrade to the premium package and will want to stick with the free one, which is absolutely perfect if that's what you need it for. So I'm just going to go and hide them now so we can carry on with the tutorial for everybody. So next I'm going to edit the Our Story section, and I'm going to do like we did before and edit the information and the image. You get amazing options with your images, so if you hover over the image you can press crop, and this will allow you to zoom in and out or move it around within the template, which is really just fantastic because on a lot of other platforms with web design you can't actually do those kind of edits within the website itself, and you have to make those edits before you upload the photo. So I think that's a really good bonus when doing this because it lets you play around so much more and it's just not as critical. So you can just try different things without putting a lot of effort in. So on the next section, it's automatically giving me 3 different boxes that I can use up. So I'm going to keep it similar to what it's given me and keep one for shipping and delivery. And I'm just going to add in some information. Now, this bit I wanted to talk to you about because you actually get a few images with Wix that you can use on your site. So obviously you have to fit them in where they'd be appropriate, but there is a tag called art. Just scrolling through the images, there's a massive variety to choose from. And if you scroll down the list on the left hand side, you'll see there's different categories like business and music. There's even ones to do with fashion and beauty, so if you're a beauty blogger or a lifestyle blogger, there's so many different options to choose from. It probably wouldn't be right to use some of the artwork photos if you're selling artwork yourself, because it might look like that artwork is yours and that could be a bit misleading to the customer. So I would be careful about which images you choose, but there are a lot of generic ones like paintbrushes, etc. that would work perfectly if you just can't find that perfect image. Instead of linking this to an existing page, I'm going to click the button Create Page from this item. So this will then link to a completely different page within your website. As we've done in previous sections, I'm just going to click on the pencil, which is the edit button, and add in all my information about my shipping policies, delivery dates, things like that. And I'm also going to change the design to something a little bit more fresh. You can also reorder these items by clicking on the little 4 dots and just dragging them around. This section I'm going to make into a portfolio, so again I'm going to link it to a brand new page, which is where I'm going to put all my paintings. So to make a portfolio of images, you want to click on Gallery and then press Organize Media. This is where you can add in all your pictures that you want in this gallery. You can also reorder them and rename them. You can also make it so that each image can link to a different place, maybe a product. I just want to say as well, when you're uploading photographs of your own artwork, make sure that they're not too high res, like no more than 1 megabyte each, because otherwise if you upload them onto your website, people can actually download them and could even sell them as prints if they're sharp enough images. So now I'm just going to add in some other bits of information about my portfolio. And if you click on designs, you'll see all the different styles of page that you can have to show off your portfolio. So you can have one image go past at a time, or you can have different layouts with a number of different images on. And also on the home page, I'm going to add a little FAQ section, which later I'm going to link to a page with loads of FAQs on. So now I'm just going to make some edits to the contact page, like changing the image and adding in my details. I'm thinking that probably most of you will want to use your website as a blog as well. So if you click on this blog feature and say manage, again it will bring up a dashboard, a bit like the store dashboard. And this has all your posts in. You can save drafts, you can also schedule posts. So I'm going to go and delete 2 of those that are already there because they were putting me off a bit. And I'm going to now just edit this one. So I'm going to paste in some blog posts that I've already put on my current website. So visually now in the edit stage, it's going to look the same as when it's online. So we can add paragraphs in, and if you highlight a piece of text, you can make it into a heading, which is really good for SEO. It's also good because it just makes it easier to read. You can also add in images, so if you scroll on the top and press in image, and again, just like before, just choose an image that you would like. You can see along the top also, you can put in a gallery or a video, and there's a few other different bits of options. Now down the right hand side, you'll see a place called tags. Tags is like relevant words that you add so that people can find your blog post more easily. You can also add a category. So I went ahead and added a couple more blog posts just so that you could see what it looks like when they're all together on the home page. When you've finished off all the sections, it's good to sort of scroll up and down and make sure that each section nicely links in together. I realised that this photo of me didn't quite fit the theme, so I wanted to put a new picture in that was based around the ocean theme. So depending on the shape of your picture, you may have to change the design a little bit. So I just played around and found one that I really liked, but the text was over my face, which I thought looked a little bit odd. So then I wondered if there was anything I could do. If you go over image and press replace, then instead of actually replacing the image, go to my images and hover over the image. You'll find a little icon called crop and edit. This will bring up a photo editor, and there are so many different options. You can change the colour, you can change the sharpness, you can crop it to a different size, you can boost the brightness. It's really difficult to find a website maker that can make these sort of image changes within the settings. Within the photo editor, I saw one called orientation, and that meant I could mirror the image. So now I thought the first and second section looked a little bit too similar, so I thought I'd change the design of the top bit, and then I wanted to add in another section just underneath that with some blog posts in. So all you have to do is add a section to the page, and you just literally drag it exactly where you want it to go. Then from the list on the left, I scrolled down till I saw blog post gallery and chose my favourite layout. You can also edit your copyright message at the bottom. Already on the free version there's a couple of Wix banners that are already there, so you can actually delete the proudly created by Wix comment off at the bottom just to make it look a little more personalised. So once you've finished your home page and you're happy with it, if you go to page at the top, then you can choose the individual pages and change the settings for them. I wouldn't advise to have too many different pages. I think maybe personally 5 or 6 probably at the maximum. But now I'm just going to go onto the blog page and just show you a little bit of what it looks like and the different designs that you can choose. Personally, I like the cleaner the better, but it's completely up to you and what suits your sense of style the most. Also, if you press Site Design up in the top, you seem to get more options than you do in the intro. So I'm going to go ahead and press Clean because I was getting a little bit sick of that grey, and it just keeps it nice and presentable. So I finally feel really happy with it, and I'm ready to publish it. So I'm going to click Publish in the top right hand corner, and there it will give you the option to use the free domain. So then you just add on the end whatever you want, or you can connect your own customized domain, one that you may have previously bought, or if you're upgrading to the premium package.
So I really hope you enjoyed watching that, and thank you if you used it to create your own website as well. I hope you all have a wonderful week, whatever you're doing and wherever you are in the world, and thank you so much for supporting me and watching my YouTube videos.